If you could avoid getting involved with someone who very likely could give you a broken heart, would you do it? The answer is maybe. The problem is that even though you'd avoid heartbreak, you'd miss all the great and romantic stuff, too. If you were together with this person for years and a large portion of them was filled with laughter, love, and affection, you wouldn't want to miss out on that. Heartbreak is difficult, but we eventually heal and we're able to open up our hearts once again, even though the probability that we will suffer again are strong. You may even consult your horoscope for advice on how to move on. When we talk about astrology and the characteristics that are strong in each of the zodiac signs, we are speaking in a general sense. Just because a great many Aquarians tend to be independent, that doesn't mean there aren't some who really do much better when they're with someone. The stars can only suggest what someone of a certain sign will do. There are certain zodiac signs that will break your heart. It's just something about their personalities. Are we saying to steer clear of these signs? No, not necessarily. But we do suggest that you be aware of any red flags and listen to your gut. If your partner is born under one of the zodiac signs that seem to have a lot of heartbreakers in it, pay attention to the warning signs. If your heart and head are both telling you to end the relationship, listen. You're probably never going to completely escape heartbreak. Even the people you trust the most can on occasion hurt you, but know that you're strong enough to survive and to love without fear. Here are the zodiac signs that will break your heart, ranked from most to least likely to be heartbreakers. Starting rank number 1, Sagittarius, November 22 – December 21. Sagittarius is always going to put their needs and wants above anybody else's. If you need them to stick around for a while, that's too bad, because their travel plans have already been made or they've already decided on accomplishing a certain goal for themselves. They're very self-centered and are always their own first priority. What's worse is after they break your heart, they're not going to understand why you're experiencing so much pain. Sagittarians aren't known for their empathy or being able to see things from someone else's point of view, so they'll wonder why you don't just get over it. Number 2, Aquarius, January 20 – February 18. Aquarians don't even have to break up with you to break your heart. They'll flirt with other people right in front of their partners, totally aware of what they're doing, and then in practically the same breath they'll tell you they love you and never want to leave. When they break up with you, they'll do it with a feeling of intellectual superiority, like you couldn't possibly understand their big brain needs. If you want to get back at them, try to have them end things with you in a public place. Emotional displays make them very uncomfortable. And if you start crying and yelling at them, they may not get why you're so angry but will have regrets about doing it, even if those regrets are about not being able to control your outburst. Number 3, Gemini, May 21 – June 20. You'll never know exactly where you stand with Gemini. One moment, they are showering you with love and flowers, the next, they seem to have forgotten you completely. You never get your footing with Gemini. While it may not come as a total surprise when they break up with you, it will still hurt horribly. You thought they really understood you and never had such deep conversations as they had for you. They're smart and charming, but they're also deadly when it comes to your heart. They are more likely to ghost you and then formally break up with you, which will hurt even more because, with ghosting, there's always room for a little hope. Number 4, Pisces, February 19 – March 20. Pisces are super sweet when they're into you, but when they're not, a whole other side comes out. They'll hurt you in a bunch of messed up ways and then turn around and play the victim, making you feel bad for telling them off. They won't admit to any wrongdoing, and by the time they're done with their denial, you'll be a sobbing mess wondering if it really was your fault the whole time. You'll be stunned at how cold and unfeeling Pisces can become. Once they've made you the bad guy in the relationship, you can bet they'll use it in their art some way, making your heartbreak live on well after the relationship has died. Number 5, Leo, July 23, August 22. Leo will break your heart by making you feel small and insignificant. Leos need to be the center of attention, and when they're into you, you'll have a place right alongside them. However, when Leo is no longer interested in you, they'll simply push you further and further into the background until you feel as if your world and theirs are two separate entities. When Leo breaks up with you, it can be a crushing blow to your self-esteem and you may question your worth. Don't let Leo crush you, you're stronger than that. You wouldn't have taken on a Leo relationship if you didn't have strength and power of your own, you just need to access it. Number 6, Taurus, April 20, May 20. For a sign that can be so lovely and wonderful, Taurus can be brutal, cold and cruel. You think everything is going great when, all of a sudden, they turn on you. Taurus can be completely backstabbing cold, and while we don't like to say evil, they certainly seem to be able to access a whole lot of negativity and hurt when they want to do some damage. If they decide they're done or that you betrayed them in some way, it's impossible to change their mind. If you think of the amount of determination they use just by being their stubborn selves and translate that into the energy they use in a breakup, you can get an idea of the devastation they create. Number 7, Aries, March 21, April 19. Aries fall in love fast and fall out of love even faster. When they're done with you, you'll wonder what it was that you did wrong and what it was that spurred the breakup in the first place. Aries don't linger over their actions, they'll dump you and move on, and that's what will hurt the most, the feeling that they never cared deeply about you in the first place. Don't make the mistake of engaging them in a post-breakup discussion because you'll just be opening yourself up for a whole lot of hurt. When provoked, Aries can be horrifically blunt and they have no problem tear you down, bit by bit.